We will be getting to graduated driver licensing, but first, we're going to take a look at driver testing policies and procedures. Who must take a driver's test? You must take a driver's test for a class of vehicle you wish to drive if you've never held that class of license before. If you have not held a Manitoba license within the past 4 years, so in essence, if you let it lapse for more than 4 years, not paid for. If you hold a license from outside Canada or the United States or other jurisdictions whose licenses are not exchangeable, many parts of Canada, the States, you could simply apply for a Manitoba license and get one without a test, but there are places within the world where when you come to Canada, when you come to Winnipeg, when you come to Manitoba, you need to take a test as there's no reciprocity agreement with that jurisdiction. Now, you may be required to be retested if you have been involved in traffic collisions or convictions, if you've been suspended, or if you face some sort of trauma, have had a disease or disability that may affect your ability to drive safely, then you might be retested. To enter Manitoba's graduated licensing program, you will have to write a knowledge test. This is a combination of signs and theory. You need an 80% mark on your 30-question test. The test themselves is auto-generated from a bank of hundreds of questions, so it is important that you do know your book thoroughly. To write the test, you either have to be in driver's ed or 16 years of age, visit an AutoPack agent, pay a $10 fee where they will then book you at an MPI service center the ability to write the test. Upon passing the test, you will pay a $65 fee to acquire your Manitoba learner's license. Please note that to get a license in Manitoba, you need parental consent if you're not 18 years of age. Visual and medical requirements. If somebody has a disease or disability that may affect their ability to drive safely, they must inform medical compliance and assessments at 204-985-1900. They can let you know if there are forms that need to be filled out by doctors, etc. Now, with regards to an eye test, everybody must perform an eye test to get a license in Manitoba. You can try your eye test without glasses or contacts. If you can pass without, then you don't need to wear glasses when you drive. If you fail without your glasses, then you'll need to put on glasses or contacts, and it will be documented if you pass with those on that you need corrective lenses when you drive. If with your corrective lenses you cannot pass a test, you will have to visit an optometrist and retake the test once you receive your required prescription. In order to drive alone, one must pass a road test. A road test measures one's ability to drive a car safely and legally. During a road test, it is just going to be the driver and one examiner from MPI. At times, there could be a training examiner in the vehicle as well. Make certain to give yourself lots of time to get to the test in good time. And in good time would be arriving 15 minutes before your scheduled appointment. Make certain that the car that you bring to the test is in good working order. You want to ensure that your left and right turn signals are working from both the front and behind, that all 3 brake lights are functioning properly, the horn can be heard from 60 meters, and that there are no cracks in the windshield. Be certain that the car is clean and that the license plate can be read clearly and that you have the appropriate vehicle information with you, the vehicle's registration papers. You can hold a license from another country in Manitoba for 90 days and drive with that license during that 3-month period. Once you surrender your out-of-country license, you revert to a Manitoba learner's license and would have to have a supervising driver until you pass your road test. Here's some general testing information. Don't know why they didn't include it while talking about the knowledge test or while talking about the road test, but here's some random facts after the fact. The knowledge test. You get 30 minutes to complete the knowledge test. The knowledge test is not an open book test. Cellular phones and electronic devices are not allowed in the testing area. Only one knowledge or road test per day. Now, that is for people who are not part of GDL, meaning they had a license prior to 2002. Everybody in here is probably in GDL. That means if you have a written test and you fail, you must wait 7 days to retake a written test. If you had a road test and failed, there's a 14-day waiting period to go for another road test. Just know, after 4 unsuccessful road test attempts, you must do 2 hours of professional instruction with a certified driving school. A form will be signed and given to you when you've completed those 2 hours. Then you would be allowed to re-attempt a road test. To book a knowledge test, again, you would visit an AutoPack agent or an MPI service center. That fee is $10 for the written test. A road test is a $30 fee, again can be booked at an AutoPack agent or at an MPI service center. You can book a road test up to 8 weeks in advance. That concludes our look at driver testing policies and procedures. And as once promised, next we are going to look at graduated driver licensing.